Oh, I love it when they clean their eyeballs. Yes, clean your eyeballs. Clean them. Oh my God, you're so cute. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then hello. Today I wanted to make you guys just this short little small video introducing you all to my new vampire crabs. Vampire crabs are something that I've been interested in for a while, and I just started to dip my toes a little bit into the aquarium hobby. Currently at the moment I just have a betta fish and some cherry shrimp that I started off with. Vampire crabs were something that caught my attention, and I thought they were just so cool, and I really wanted to learn more about them. Apparently they're not a very difficult species to keep, and some people even recommend them for beginners. So I thought I would give them a try. As long as you give them the right diet and have a suitable habitat for them, it seems that they will thrive for a lot of keepers. So I've actually kept a vampire crab before. So I have a friend that actually helped introduce me to them, and she was keeping vampire crabs for about 6 years. She had set up this really nice vivarium for them where there was a water area and a land area with lots of beautiful plants and moss. And she had asked me, do you want it? I was like, yes. I was so happy when I had received this beautiful vivarium. It was growing in so nicely, and I was so shocked that she had just given it to me. The only thing is that it only had one vampire crab in it. So I kept the one vampire crab for about 6-ish months, and then it unfortunately passed away quite recently. I asked her how long she had had that vampire crab for, and she told me that she had it for quite a few years, so I concluded that it unfortunately just passed away from old age. Apparently vampire crabs will only live about 2-ish years. They might be able to live past that, but that's roughly about what their lifespan is from what I've read. So what is a vampire crab? So vampire crabs are a small species of terrestrial freshwater crabs, and they have quite a wide range, it seems, as they can be found in places such as India, Southeast Asia, Solomon Islands, and even Hawaii. And you'll usually find them in forests near freshwater streams and lakes. They're called vampire crabs because usually they have these bright yellow colored eyes with this very stunning and vibrant purple body that kind of makes them look like they have this vampire-like appearance. They are a nocturnal and shy species, and they're not super active either, but in the evenings you might see them out and about trying to scavenge around for food. From what I've read, there seems to be about 58 recognized species of vampire crab, and some of them have very different appearances. While some are more purpley, there's other ones that are a little bit more red and orange. I've even seen some where there's a combination of purples and oranges, and they're just absolutely stunning. They are considered a terrestrial species and will spend most of their time on land, but will go into fresh water from time to time to either molt, breed, or even just find a bite to eat. Because of this, a lot of keepers will recommend that when you're setting up a vampire crab enclosure, that there should be a little bit more land area than there is water area. As I mentioned before, they don't have a very long lifespan and will live around 2 years, maybe 3 years if you're lucky, and they max out at only about 2 inches in size. Because of this, they can be an ideal pet for people that live in small spaces, and you can have a small group of them in just a 10-gallon enclosure. They are omnivores and will honestly eat anything that is nearby and edible. In the wild, they'll eat a wide variety of different insects and plants, but in captivity, there is a wide variety of different foods you can give them as well. Things like earthworms, bloodworms, shrimp. Some people even give them fish flakes, cucumber, all kinds of good stuff. The vampire crabs that I had recently acquired were from a small breeder, and I was told that they are called ruby red vampire crabs. sometimes also known as tomato vampire crabs, as they tend to have more of a red and orange coloration to them instead of the purple. I unfortunately don't have a scientific name for these guys, as I was reading and was also told that they have not like officially been categorized. They unfortunately just don't have a specific scientific name, but they are vampire crabs. When it comes to all the different species of vampire crabs available, you always want to keep the same species together. Apparently, if you put two different species of vampire crabs together, they can be very aggressive towards one another, and they can even be cannibalistic. They'll even eat their own babies. I'm so glad that we live in a world where our parents don't want to eat us. I believe this specific species is from Java, Indonesia. So thankfully, I was able to acquire a small group of about 8 vampire crabs, and he was able to pick out 1 breeder male, 3 females, and 3 juveniles. So I'm super excited to introduce these guys into their new enclosure, but before I do that, there's about 1 or 2 plants that I'm going to quickly add to the vivarium. One of the plants that I'm adding is actually a Nepenthes, also known as a pitcher plant. And I had learned that apparently the vampire crabs have a natural symbiotic relationship with these pitcher plants. Apparently they will feed on trapped insects and other prey that fall into the pitchers, and will also use the pitchers as like a little safe space for them to hide. I thought that was so cute, and I've had this pitcher plant for a while now, so I thought it would actually be a really good idea to put this pitcher plant into the vampire crab enclosure, and who knows, maybe they'll use it. If not, at least I finally found a place for my pitcher plant to live. So we're gonna go head on over to my bedroom and get the ball rolling with that. But if you like this video, then be sure to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see updates on my pets and videos like this in the future. Alright, so this is the beautiful vivarium right here. It looks a little different than when I first got it and first uploaded the picture to Instagram. I've added a few different plants. Some of them have overgrown. I am honestly not that amazing at pruning and trimming plants, but this is honestly one of my favorite enclosures. I know a lot of people really love that dinosaur skull that I have in there. I also just love all the duckweed growing and all this beautiful lush moss that I have up top. Got a few bromeliads in there, and I'm trying to grow some creeping fig in there as well. There's also some other plants that came with this enclosure, and I have no clue what they are, but they grow rather nicely in here, so I'm just gonna leave them be. So this is the land area, and then the water area down here, you might notice there's some little fishies. Have a few cherry shrimp in here, and I was reading about how there is a small risk of the vampire crabs eating the cherry shrimp, but the shrimp are a little bit too fast for the crabs, and even if they were to eat one of the shrimp, I wouldn't be butthurt because these guys breed like crazy. Look at, there's a little shrimp right there. Oh, there he goes. Little shrimpy. They've actually been breeding in this water area for a few months now, and every once in a while I'll just see some of the baby shrimp pop up. They're probably all hiding in the back there where there's lots of plants and coverage. I find that the cherry shrimp really won't come out unless I feed the guppies, and then they all come out eating some of the fish food that's left over. I just love this tank. It's just, it makes me so happy. I used to have a fogger on this that made it like really cool and aesthetically pleasing, and also added to the humidity, but I had to give the fogger to my tree skinks because they needed a little bit of extra humidity over the winter and things were getting a bit dry. But I'll probably get another fogger for this enclosure at some point. It actually holds humidity really well, because I'm not sure if you can see the top up there, it's like completely covered. So it really traps in the humidity really well. So here's the little pitcher plant that I have right here. This thing literally almost died, but I brought it back to life, and it now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers on it. And then there's even some new pitchers slowly growing in. I have a feeling this is just gonna absolutely thrive in this enclosure. The gentleman that also sold me the crabs gave me this little tiny sundew plant and said that it would do really well in this enclosure. So I'm also gonna tuck that in somewhere. I wonder where I should put the pitcher plant. Okay, so I kind of just tucked the pitcher plant in that area right there. And then the sundew plant, I don't even know if you can see it. Oh, there it is. Look at it. It's so tiny. These things I know grow like crazy once they establish themselves. So I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, I love this tank. It is just so cool. I love it. All right, so let's get to the exciting part and let's introduce the crabs. So here they are. They were just given to me in this little Tupperware container here. Look how stinking cute they are. I love them. I also love how red these ones are. Really cool. So this big guy under here, that's the confirmed breeding male. Take this off of him. Oh, there we go. So you guys can see him just a little bit better. He's got some really nice colors to him. Some of the other ones are just little juveniles and they still have a bit of growing to do before they get their nice colors. I could watch these guys all day. They are just so entertaining. Oh my God, you're so cute. It's just so funny. Like they just clean their eyeballs like that. See, like that one right there, that's a juvenile, I believe, and it's probably gonna be a few more molts before it gets the really nice colors like the adults do. These crabs make me so dang happy. Some people will probably ask, does it hurt when they pinch you? I haven't been pinched by these guys, but they're so small that I don't really think it would hurt, to be quite honest. And when I asked the breeder, I said, how does it feel like to be pinched by these guys? He's like, it doesn't hurt at all. Apparently they can bite though, and he said that can hurt. All right, let's introduce all these little guys.
I really like in the way though. There, okay, that's better.
That's one. Go. And putting him. Oh, there we go.
Little jump.
Yeah. Doesn't want to come off. There we go. Two more. This last one. It's like I'll just climb up your arm. Come on, little dude. You have a whole home down there. Get off of me. Come on, dude. Come on, off. Thank you guys so much for watching this quick short video, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. This is a species that I am new to keeping and still trying to learn more about, but for now I am hoping that they will settle into their new habitat nicely. I'll keep everyone posted on their progress, mostly through Instagram, but maybe in the future I'll make another video on these guys. Don't forget to check out my other social media, which you can find in all my links in the description box down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.